Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. As the title suggests, I'm going to be introducing the planner I'm going to be using in April. If you have been following me in my previous videos, my current planning system is my bullet journal where I track and log a lot of things that's going on in my everyday life, and the daily undated passion planner for the daily to-dos. So why am I talking about a new planner? Well, if you're not familiar with the passion planner, which is what I'll be replacing, the daily planner only lasts for 3 months. After that, I'll have to get a new planner. When I bought it, it was only $5 before shipping fee. It is a version 1, and they were probably trying to get rid of it, so I grabbed it. I really like it. I'll show you quickly what it's like inside on the daily pages. With this blank note page to work with, and I really like this layout. But now 3 months is almost up, and I have been looking for the next planner to replace it, and I have found it. If you want more detail on this passion planner, you can go check out my other video that I had posted up much earlier. I'll leave it in the description box below. So the next planner is going to be the Best Self Journal. Now you may be wondering, why are there 2 new planners here? Well, here's the story. I ordered it through the Best Self's website, $32. There's a 15% discount that you get for making your first purchase, which I used, and with shipping it totaled up to be $37. There were several colors to choose from. 4 new ones are seafoam green, kind of like turquoise, midnight blue, gray mist, which is this one, and sunshine yellow. The older colors are canary, which is pastel yellow, black, and coral, which is this one. It's more of like an orange, but they call it coral. So altogether 7 colors. When my order arrived, it came in a plastic bag, like, you know, those gray plastic bag. And what I did not realize was that the new journals have a different box cover. It's not even a complete box. It was really dented around the corners, and as you can see how damaged it was. It's not terrible, but I was still disappointed. I'll show you what the damage is. So it was dented this corner, and on the edge over here, which I pressed it out. And then at the back, this is where the biggest dent is, and it's really visible, so no amount of pressing can change that, and I didn't really like that. And as you can tell from the box cover here, they had thrown this onto the floor in front of my front door, and this is where it got dented, the major one, and actually broke this apart. And you can tell as well where the other dents happen, and this one as well. So like I said, it's not terrible, but I was still disappointed. It arrived within a few days, which was great, but the packaging could have been better. So I reached out to customer service, which this person that helped me was really awesome, and they sent me a replacement. I decided to choose the coral one because I noticed the older 3 colors had a proper box. See? So maybe it won't be so beat up when it arrives like the earlier one. And sure enough, it arrived in a very good condition. The person told me I don't have to return the original journal I received, so that's why you see 2. So I have 2 journals for the price of 1. So in this video, what I'm gonna do is I'll show you what the self journal is, and I'll sort of show you the difference in terms of the quality, because that's the major difference. Even though it's the same version, and this one is the newer one, but there's a difference in quality. I guess show you this one since it's already open. So you have the box, and then you have this guidebook, and then there's this roadmap to success poster where you can actually draft out your goals during the 13 weeks and paste it on the wall somewhere. Basically, this is what it looks like. It's a fold out, and you can paste it on the wall, and you fill in the dates yourself. And then here is the journal. So you have an elastic band to hold it close, 3 color ribbons, white, blue, and yellow. And this cover is made of linen, which is the same as just the other one. You have ruler in inches over here, and then ruler in centimeters over here, and the dot grid dimensions layout over here. I don't particularly find this part useful, but to you it might be. And then you have this property of, you write your name, your contact number, when did you start this journal, and when did you complete it. Then here, if you open to this inside here, and I think it's really important that you actually check this. It says here version 5, copyright 2022. So this one is the latest version. And then you have the self-journal cover page here, and then a quick start guide over here. Even though you have a quick start, sort of all the guide you need in this one, but they have a quick start guide here that you can go to the website. And then the contents, all of this I'll show you in a bit, but basically this is the gist of the planner. So here is the 13-week bucket list. And I really like this bucket list. I have a similar one in my bullet journal, which I call a wish list. I like to have it referenced as over here as well. So it's good to have people to connect with, places to visit or explore, and other. And then you have here the benchmark of your different areas in your life. Like when you start, where are you in this point of time? Then you have your 13-week goal pages. There's 1 page, 2, 3 pages of the same layout. So you have outcome goal, and then you can mark which area it is. The motivations, it says, why do you want this? What difference will it make in your life? And then progress milestones, metric driven and measurable milestones. You have 1, 2, 3. And then critical drivers, the actions that will get you to your progress goals, based on milestone number 1, based on progress milestone number 2, and based on progress milestone number 3. So it's related to this part over here. And then accountability, what accountability structures can you put in place for yourself? So that's what you will have on this particular 13-week goal pages, 3 of that. And then coming to the habit tracker, I also have this in my bullet journal, which I find really useful. And I guess during the months that I'm using this, I won't have it in my bullet journal. So it would be in here instead. So you have 3 pages of this as well. I don't like that it's sort of flipped. So I have to turn it like this. But I guess I understand. Maybe it looks better if it's this way rather than all the same as you turn the pages. But you have 3 of this. And then you have the month pages. Passion Planner does not have this. It does not have the 13-week goal pages or the habit tracker or even the bucket list or the benchmark. The self-journal has, which I really, really like. So that's the best thing about this compared to Passion Planner. And it has this as well. So what I'm going to do when it comes to this is I'm going to use it to plan my YouTube channel. So all the videos that I want to post, when I want to upload or edit or whatnot, I'll plan it over here. And you have 4 of these pages. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you have a little bit of notes section over here. It's undated. And very faintly you can see here, it says day, day, day. So I don't know, you can write Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, but yeah, it has the word day over there. The weekly planning pages. Okay, so this is an interesting feature of the self-journal that I really like. Passion Planner does not have this for sure. This is where you plan your week, and then this is where you review the week. This has a slightly blue tone color to the page, whereas this one is mostly like white. At the top, you have top 3 weekly objectives. And then you have the Monday right up to Sunday where you can plan the week. And then at the end of that, you write down your scores, which I'll explain this in a little bit. But basically, win the day score, plan to reality score, and then you average out to see whether it was a good week or not. weekly reflection, which is lessons learned, highs, lows, memorable moments. What were your 3 big wins for the week? What's the best thing that happened to you this week? Review your goals and assess your progress. How will you improve next week? And then here it says weeks remaining 12, which is the reason why you have all these circles over here. The black one marks week 1. And as you turn the pages, which we have 13 of these weekly planning pages, you will see the black dots are filled out and it tells you how many weeks remaining. And on top, it'll tell you what week you're on as well. So I think that's a really unique feature of the self-journal that I really like. I wished they had put it in between the daily pages, so that way I don't have to keep on flipping it back. But I do understand why they did this. It's probably because sometimes you might miss a week or whatnot. So, and that's why you have 3 ribbons here as well. So you can actually go back easily with these 3 ribbons. But the reason why they have it all together is probably because it's undated. Alright, now after the 13 of this pages, we have the daily pages. So moving this away. It's pretty much similar to the Passion Planner that I showed you earlier. It has this blank note page, and this is the main reason why I chose Self-Journal, because it has this blank page. So I can use my stickers to decorate and list my to-dos. And it also has this time section over here, which is also similar to Passion Planner. The only difference is this part over here. Today I'm grateful for. Today's goal, what are you working toward? Today's targets, you have 1, 2, 3, and then the time blocks here, each circle represents 30-minute time blocks. So you just mark out how long those targets will take you. And then what will make today great? At the bottom of the time section, it says plan to reality score. So that's what I was showing you earlier in this page, plan to reality score. This is where you take that total score over here and mark it over here. Same goes with this page over here. It has the win the day score over here, and you write it over here. So how you want to use this, it's all explained in the guidebook. So I won't go into too much detail, but that's what those 2 are. And at the bottom here, you have habit tracker, which is sort of like a reminder to ask you to mark your habit trackers, like have you done it? Which I like the reminder. And then the mood, Passion Planner has this as well, but it was somewhere around here. Also, they have this quotes at the top. Passion Planner does not have that. This one has different quotes on every daily page, which is nice. It's something to look forward to. It might be a prompt to make you want to journal something over here. So those are the daily pages, and it's all the way up to this part over here, and it says you made it. So that's the last page. And then you have 13-week reflection, outcome goal progress, which is 1, 2, 3. And then you have all the percentage completed. You want to mark it over here, what worked and what didn't. And then you have the benchmark thing again. Note down where you are in those sections again and compare it. The next page is moving forward. What things will you keep doing or improve on, start doing or stop doing? Who should you thank or ask for guidance moving forward? And I like this because it sort of reviews the goals that you made. Passion Planner has something similar on each month. I think this is enough considering that they have weekly reflections already. The blank pages, there's 9 pages of them. They are dot grid blank pages. And then after the blank pages, we have the index page. So this can be useful if, let's say, you're writing something over here and then you want to note down the page number, which is on every single page, thank goodness. And then you note it down over here. Also, if you happen to write anything important on the daily side, you can also mark it over here. But if you do that for every single day, this index page might not be enough. although maybe you want to group it if it's the same kind of notes. However you want to work it or use it, the index page is available. Then coming on to this cover, we have the pocket folder over here. There's also gray lines over here. It marks the week that you're on. So you have week 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So that's why you have that, and it sort of allows you to go to whatever week that you want. So you can see close up, you have the darker gray marking the week, and then you have the finer lines marking the days that you're on. So as the day progresses, more lines are added. So I think it's a nice, well thought out feature. Each of these daily pages, the note site, they have a darker gray line. I don't know if you can see. I'm pointing right at it right now. It's a darker gray line. Same goes with this one over here. I can't really see it because I'm at an odd angle, but there's a darker line over here marking half of the page. Whereas for the note pages, it does have the darker lines over here, and it also has the darker lines over here. So it's only to mark that it's the half size of the page. Kind of like the most current bullet journal by writer Carol. He came up with a newer edition of the bullet journal where it marks halves, thirds, I can't remember what else, but there was like a lot of useful features he added to his bullet journal. So anyway, I think that is all that I want to show you about the self journal. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to compare this one with this one. I'm going to be using this one for quarter 2, and this one I'll also use it, but it's going to be for quarter 3. So the reason why I chose this first, because I like this one better than this one. I'll tell you why. Okay, so first off, I'm going to remove the box cover. And I really like that it's a complete box, so I can keep my things properly. First, I'm going to compare the box covers. This one, because of the color of the journal, one is gray, one is like coral. And then this one has an open side. This one does not. This one has something that you can write your goal on, although I don't know why you want to do that. I would rather write like, this is a 2021 journal or something like that. But I have no reason that I want to actually write on here. This one does not have anything like that, so that's probably why they removed it, because nobody is writing on it. What you can see over here is the same at the back. It basically shows you the same stuff over here, so I'm not going to read it. You can pause the video and compare it if you want. This one, what's interesting is that they're both made of recycled papers, the journal. This one is made in China. They're both designed in Austin, but this one is made in Colombia. So there's a difference in quality. That was the box, and now I'm gonna compare this poster. So I showed you earlier that this one is the poster. Now the older version has a glossier version, so there's a drop in quality for this particular one. This one has a black line, which I think is better because it's much clearer, you can see it. There's some difference in terms of the wording. This new one over here just says 13-week roadmap to success, and then the goal, and then day of the week. Okay, and then outcome goal is this one. Plan your goal, take consistent action, accomplish your dreams. So there's something like a word of encouragement over here, day of the week. Okay. In terms of the boxes, this one has black line. This one has a yellow line. I don't know if you can see it. So it has a yellow line. And then each of the box has a dotted line over here, which you can use to sort of mark an X, because that's how you're supposed to use it. Like on this day, I'm gonna cross it out that I accomplish my goal for the day. Or you can use it however you want, but the original intent is to actually cross out the day. And then there's some wordings on each which is slightly different. So I'm just going to read out the latest version over here. I have the power to create change. I am in charge of how I feel, and today I choose happiness. I am worthy of success in every area of my life. I believe in myself and trust in my abilities. My actions are intentional and they bring me closer to my goals. Everything that is happening now is happening for my ultimate good. I practice gratitude for all that I have and all that is yet to come. My ability to conquer my challenges is limitless. My potential to succeed is infinite. As I take on new challenges, I feel calm, confident, and powerful. Whatever room I walk into, I change the atmosphere in a positive way. I am the architect of my fate. I can achieve what I have dreamt for myself. I embrace change seamlessly and rise to the new opportunity it presents. I have what it takes to succeed and thrive. Over here, there is also a mark. It says you're over 50% there. And then at the end, it says congrats, you did it. And then the reward, you list it down yourself. So that is the new version. The old version has specific quotes. So the first one, what's the point of being alive if you don't at least try to do something remarkable? John Green. You don't have progress by standing on the sidelines, whimpering and complaining. You make progress by implementing ideas. Shirley Chisholm? I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right. Probably not. Life will reward you, but not always by the route you expect or route you expect. Edna Rodriguez, you only live once, but if you do it right, once is enough. Mae West, today is the tomorrow we worried about yesterday. And Brashares, the most difficult thing is the decision to act, the rest is merely tenacity. Amelia Earhart, without conscious and deliberate effort, inertia always wins. Tony Hsieh, to accomplish great things, you must not only act but also dream, not only plan but also believe. Anatole France, ease is a greater threat to progress than hardship. Denzel Washington, leadership is the expectation that you can use your voice for good, that you can make the world a better place. Sheryl Sandberg, real integrity is doing the right thing, knowing that nobody's going to know whether you did it or not. Oprah Winfrey, you measure the size of the accomplishment by the obstacles you had to overcome to reach your goals. Booker T. Washington. And then it also has here you're over 50% there, and congrats, you did it. There's some extra lines over here. The reason most people never reach their goals is that they don't define them or ever seriously consider them as believable or achievable. Winners can tell you where they are going, what they plan to do along the way, and who will be sharing the adventure with them. Dennis Waitley. Oh, I believe that's the last week's quote. So yeah, I missed one just now. So this is the old version. And if I had to choose, I think I prefer this one because the quotes are much better. I would prefer to write on this material because glossy, the ink gel pen might not dry fast enough and I might smear it, but I can always use a marker to mark on this. And then this one is a poorer quality. This one is a glossier quality, as you can tell. One thing I forgot to mention is that the earlier order that arrived, it's also missing this daily rituals card. What it is basically where you list down your morning rituals, 8 of them or less, whichever, and an evening ritual. So this is a nice card to have if you're into this kind of thing. The guidebooks. So this one, which is a little bit of a navy blue or dark blue color, is the older version, and then this one is the new one, which is in black. So if I compared it, which I did earlier, there's not a whole lot of difference. The content is the same, number of pages is the same. The only difference is the fonts. that they use for some of these sample pages. So you can see the older one has a much bigger font. The new one has a more sophisticated, smaller font. Okay, I'll do a quick flip through. I'll do the latest one so you can see what's inside. So you have this. I'm not gonna read out because it's 34 pages, so I'm just gonna flip through, okay? Quick start guide, quick start habits, guiding principles, and then a 13-week roadmap. It tells you how to use it. 13-week outcome goal, and then continuing on that, and then 13-week goal sheets, the habit tracker, bucket list, the benchmark page, the weekly planning page, the weekly reflection page, daily planning, and then continuing on that, evening reflection, and then you have the daily planner section sample over here, freedom pages, what you can use it, and then the daily rituals card. It tells you how you can use this, and then the index. So it's basically what is over here. It's the same, just different fonts. Quite detailed, help guide you to fill in the planner. So read it if you want. I did. It's worth reading at least once, I think. The next comparison is the elastic band. This one, which is the newer version, has a poorer quality elastic band. This one is actually quite thin. If I bring it closer and stretch it out, you can actually see through it, and you can see the edges, how thin it is. This one is much thicker and better quality. See, even if I stretch it out, you can't really see through it. So this one is a much better quality. Both is linen, but this one has a smoother feel to it, a more luxurious feel. The ribbons are the same 3 colors, so I'm not going to take this one out. I do not like this ribbon. As you can see, there's a difference in terms of the thickness. The blue is the slimmest, this one is the middle one, and this one is the fattest. I don't know why they make it that way. They should all make it the same width, preferably the thinnest one, because that's much easier to slide between the pages. The fattest one, I find that I have trouble trying to make it stay, and it always juts out at the top. So I don't know, they should work on improving that. Another difference is the color of the page. This one has a slight yellow tint to the pages. This one is much whiter. Although this is much yellower, which I don't like yellow pages, but this is a better quality paper. It's slightly thicker than this one. This one is much thinner, and I feel that the quality has dropped considering this is the much newer color version. So the quality has dropped in terms of the paper quality, which is why I chose this one to start in Q2, and then this one for the Q3. So it's because of the quality of the paper that I do not like, and the quality of the elastic band, because I'll be doing this a lot. The paper is much smoother, just like how the linen cover is much smoother, whereas this one is much coarser. So that's the notable difference. The pocket folder at the back is also a little bit of a lower quality for this one. I feel as if this one could tear much easily, whereas this one, it probably is much stiffer and wouldn't tear that much easily. The color of the print, this one is much darker, which I like, and then this one is just a little bit more faded, like as if there's not enough ink. So that's the difference over there. I want to say that the quotes are the same. Let me just check. So if I flip onto the first page of the daily and then flip over to this one, Okay, so both quotes are the same, so they didn't change that. Compared to that poster earlier, they did change the wordings over there, but here it's the same. So I'm not gonna check through every single page, but I'm gonna assume that it's the same. Page layouts here, the contents, they are all the same. Same kind of fonts as well, so there's no difference in that, and I'm not gonna flip through it again, but basically those are the main differences that I can tell. There you have it, the difference between these two versions. Oh, I think I forgot to mention here. So this one says version 5, 2022, and then this one over here says version 5 but 2021. So this one is much 1 year older. There you go. So to sum it up, after my daily passion planner is done at the end of March, I'll be using the Coral self-journal for quarter 2, or from April to June, and then the Grey Mist self-journal for quarter 3, which is from July to September. So that means I don't have to shop for another planner for quite a bit. Hey, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more of my other videos, do consider subscribing to my channel. And with that, I'll see you next time. Bye!